Hey guys, it's Ariannitalagringa and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to go through all 4 seasons. First off, what is a season? Seasons are 4 different times throughout the year that have different types of weather. There are 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. But right now, we're in spring. And you might be wondering, Ariannita, how are you going to teach all 4 seasons in one video? Well, this video will take me 1 year to make because I will go through all 4 seasons in this beautiful park. So first, we are going to start with spring, then I will move on to summer, fall, and winter, and I'll show you how this park changes throughout the year because with each season, the weather will be different. And how do you know we're in spring? Well, in spring, the trees will bloom. For example, look at this beautiful tree. This tree is growing buds, flower buds, and then right now they are blooming. These flowers are blooming. Once they bloom, they will blossom and then turn into leaves for the summertime. During the springtime, the days get longer, the weather gets warmer, and the nights get shorter. And you can see this in the park, because when it gets warmer out, the trees will finally bloom into beautiful flowers. We are at the very start of spring, so this tree has not bloomed just yet, but in a couple of weeks it will bloom. As I said before, we're in the very beginning of spring, so some trees have bloomed where some trees haven't bloomed. Spring begins in the month of March and it ends in May. Right now, I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, so I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the months of spring will be March, April, and May. But if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, your spring will be in September, October, and November. And how's the weather during the springtime? Well, some days might be beautiful like this one, where the skies are clear and it's sunny, and lots of people are walking in the park and walking outside. But some days it might be cloudy, and then you might have some rain showers. So when it rains outside, you'll need proper rain gear. For example, I have an umbrella. This is an umbrella. In case it rains, I can just put it over my head. And then when it rains, I also like to have a rain jacket or a raincoat. Also, don't forget to protect your feet. These are rain boots. What are some fun activities you can do during the springtime? Well, you can go on a walk in the park. You can also go hiking. You can plant a garden. You can go outside and go exercise because the weather will be nice. You can go on a walk with your dog and enjoy the weather. Basically, in the springtime, people like to go outside because the weather is not too cold and it's not too hot like it is during the summer. You can do any outdoor activity because the weather will be so nice. Also, during the spring, people will have spring break. And that is basically where all the kids will have 1 week off from school, and that is normally before Easter, and they have a break from school. It's called spring break. Some of the most popular holidays in spring are St. Patrick's Day, which is on March 17th, Easter, and then we have Mother's Day, and lastly, Memorial Day. As I said before, I am going to record this video in every season. It'll take a year, but it'll fly by. Well, this year, I made a personal goal to learn a new language. Learning a new language like English is like a season. It's full of change and growth. So, if you're looking to boost your English skills before the year ends, Lingoda is here to help. Lingoda is an online language school that's perfect for anyone who wants to learn a new language. They have live classes with native level teachers for English, Business English, Spanish, German, French, and Italian. No matter where you are in your language journey, they have a learning plan for everyone. I've been learning Spanish for a year and a half, and with my crazy schedule, a traditional language school just wasn't an option. But with Lingoda, I can take classes 24/7. And this month, they're hosting the Lingoda Sprint Challenge, an intensive 30-day course designed to help you build a daily language learning habit and stay motivated. It's super easy to filter and book classes, and you can practice using their self-study materials. Plus, every student who completes all their classes gets a big reward. You can choose between 50% cash back or more free classes. Join the special 1-month Lingoda sprint and level up your language skills before the holidays. The deadline to claim this offer is November 18th, so don't miss out! Click my link in the description box to save up to 20% on your sign-up fee and get an extra $25 off with my code Ariannita20. On top of this, if you win the challenge, the price per class is less than $5. Remember, this offer is only redeemable via my link. Now let's get back to the video. During the spring, bears and frogs will wake up or come out of hibernation, and then a lot of birds will come up from the south. They will migrate up north from their warm winter homes up to the northern hemisphere. Now that we learned a lot of spring vocab, I think it's time to move on to the next season, summer, because we'll see how this park will change throughout the summer. Let's hop right into it. And now it's summer. Summer is the hottest season of the year. And can you tell the difference between this park from last time? During the spring, there weren't any leaves on the trees, but now there are dark green leaves on the trees. And since summer is the hottest season of the year, you can see the grass is a bit dry. When it's hot outside, during the summer, we wear light clothes. So some popular summer clothing include a t-shirt, but this is a crop top, shorts, a hat to cover your face from the sun, and you can also wear sunglasses. These are sunglasses, and you can use them to cover your eyes from the sun. Because during the summer, it can be very sunny. Like right now, the sun is shining on my face. During the summer, the weather is normally hot and sunny, and you might see some clear skies, which just means there aren't any clouds in the sky, and it won't rain. Also, during the summer, the days are longer, but the nights are shorter. It's also nice to be outside, to go to the park, or even go to the beach. In some parts of the United States, it might be humid during the summer. For example, where I'm from, Cincinnati, Ohio, it gets humid, or that means there's a lot of moisture in the air. If I walk outside with wet hair, my hair might get frizzy from the humidity. But in other parts of the United States, it might be very dry. For example, in Texas, Arizona, they have a dry climate because it never rains there. There are many fun things to do in the summer because people love to spend their time outdoors. For example, you can go swimming in a pool, in a lake, or at the beach. You can also have a picnic at the park. You can have a barbecue at your house and grill some steak or some chicken on the grill. And during the summer, a lot of people go on vacation. So they might go to Florida or they might travel because most kids are off during the summer. We call that summer break. One way you can cool down when it's really hot during the summer is you can drink a lot of water, or you can eat a special dessert called ice cream. But there are some days where it can get really hot. It can get up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And I actually prefer to stay inside because if I walked outside, I would sweat a lot, and that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I'm actually recording this video when it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's much more comfortable to be outside and be at the park. But when it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit, I would recommend you guys to stay inside. So when is summer? Well, in the Northern Hemisphere, summer is during the months of June, July, and August. But if you live in the Southern Hemisphere, summer is during December, January, and February. I live in the Northern Hemisphere, and right now it's August, so we're at the very end of summer before we move on to fall. During the summer, I love being outside with my puppy Ozuna, and he loves it too. He loves being out at the park. We love going on walks and just doing things in general outside because it'll start to get colder because fall is coming. Now let's talk about some of the most popular summer holidays. Well, there are 3. The first one is called Memorial Day, and on this holiday, we celebrate and honor those who have passed away in the military while they were serving in the military. But this holiday is also celebrated by celebrating the beginning of summer. That Monday, when everyone is off of work, the pools actually open so you can go swimming and go to the beaches here. And the next holiday, and my favorite summer holiday, is Independence Day. It's called the 4th of July because it's on July 4th, and we celebrate it by lighting off fireworks in the sky, spending time with our families, and having a cookout or barbecuing on the grill. And the last holiday is around the first weekend of September, and it's called Labor Day. Labor Day is a holiday honoring America's labor movement, hence the name Labor Day. And this is kind of a sad time because that means that summer is ending because it's in September. So people will start maybe wearing sweaters outside because it does get cooler in September. Let me know down below in the comments, what are some of your favorite activities you like to do during the summer? Some people do prefer the heat, they like the hot air, but some people don't like summer and prefer cooler temperatures. Talking about cooler temperatures, the next season is fall or autumn. And during this season, the temperatures will get cooler and you'll see a big difference with the trees. The trees will change colors. Let's jump right into fall. Hey everybody, now we are in fall. This is a new season. You can call it fall or autumn, but it's just more common to say fall. As you can see, everything changes in this season, fall. The leaves used to be green during the summer, but in fall, the leaves fall to the ground and they change color. These leaves are orange, brown, yellow, etc. And it just looks so colorful and beautiful. Isn't spring and fall kind of similar? Think of it like this. These two seasons, spring and fall, are kind of like a break between summer and winter. We are not just jumping straight into winter from summer. Like, for example, I'm wearing a vest and a long dress to prepare for the winter. And it's the opposite for spring. We are transitioning from winter to summer. So the weather gets warmer, flowers are blooming, and I can wear layers and then remove them throughout the day as it gets warmer. So, when is fall? In the Northern Hemisphere, fall is during the months of September, October, and November. But in the Southern Hemisphere, fall is during the months of March, April, and May. What are some holidays celebrated during fall? In the United States, we celebrate Halloween. This is every October 31st, and during Halloween, we celebrate it by dressing up in a costume. Kids go trick-or-treating, and they get lots of candy. Another holiday we celebrate during fall is Thanksgiving. It's the fourth Thursday in November, and we celebrate it by having a feast. We eat lots of turkey, mashed potatoes, and it's just a day of giving thanks. Let me know down below in the comments if you celebrate a holiday during fall, because I know in Mexico they celebrate Dia de los Muertos, November 1st and 2nd, which basically celebrates the dead. It's a very special holiday, but unfortunately, we don't really celebrate that here. What kind of activities do people normally do during fall? A really fun activity I like doing is going pumpkin picking. So this is where you'll go to a farm and you'll pick the perfect pumpkin to carve that evening. And I think my favorite activity during the fall is watching football. I love watching football every Sunday, and a lot of people will stay inside, maybe host some parties, or they might actually go to football games. As I said before, the weather during the fall season changes throughout the day. In the morning, it might be a little chilly, so you might need a sweater if you want to take your dog on a walk or just go outside. But throughout the day, the weather actually warms up, especially when it's nice and sunny outside. And in the evening, it does get chilly once again, so you might need to layer up and maybe wear a vest or a sweater. This is a turtleneck, so that way you'll be nice and warm when it's chilly outside. Talking about staying warm and bundling up, I think it's time to change from fall to winter. Let's go! Right now, I'm in winter. Wow, it just snowed. It snowed this morning, and there is so much snow on the ground. During the winter time, it gets really cold. The temperatures drop, and when they drop below 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 Celsius, it snows. I'm in totally different clothing compared to the other seasons. I have a coat on, or you can call it a jacket, a scarf, a headband to cover my ears, or you can also use a hat. I'm wearing gloves as well as boots. Winter is the last season of the year, and I'm pronouncing it winter with a T because I'm speaking very slow. But if I were speaking very fast, I would say winter. Winter. During the winter time, the temperatures drop, the days get shorter, and the nights get longer. So the sun will normally set early around 5 or 6 p.m. Also, since there's a time change, the sun rises a little bit later. During the winter time, most trees don't have leaves, and that's because the temperatures drop and all the leaves fall. So most of the trees around me don't have any leaves. Do you think it looks pretty? Let me know down below. I think it looks beautiful because you can see through the trees. For example, over there, I can actually see the river. And to me, it looks pretty because the snow is on top of the branches and you can take great pictures during the wintertime. You can do a bunch of outdoor winter activities during the months of December through February. You can go skiing, snowboarding, or ice skating. Also, during the wintertime, you can do a lot of fun activities. Right now, I'm at a park and it's empty. There aren't any kids here because it's really cold out. I normally go to the park during the springtime, summer, or fall because the weather is a lot nicer. If you want to learn more about these activities, go ahead and check out my winter activities video as well as my snow vocab video. Winter is the only season of the year where it snows. This is snow. Also, sometimes when snow melts on surfaces, it may turn into icicles. By the pond, there are icicles hanging off the rocks. Also, some of the most popular holidays celebrated during this season are Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. And most people wish for a white Christmas on Christmas morning, and that just means they want to wake up with white snow. Now I want to know your favorite season of the year. Do you like spring, summer, fall, or winter? Also, does your country where you come from, do you have all 4 seasons? Sometimes during the winter, the temperatures will freeze and they will drop really low, and a body of water, like a pond, this is a pond, will freeze and you can actually walk on it or get your ice skates and skate on it. Now I want to know, have you ever seen snow? Or have you ever been to a place that's really cold where it snows? Also, do you like the cold? Because personally, I do not like the cold. I love the springtime, summer, and fall, and I do not like winter. I hope you guys liked this video because it took me 1 year to make it. Go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!